Yeah. We'll be covering the title of the film, the setting and location of our film, the costume and props, the camera work and editing, the title, font and style,
and the story and how the opening sets it all out, and also the genre of how the opening suggests it, how characters are introduced into the film,
and then the special effects we use. We'll start with the title of our film.
Yeah.
The title of our film is actually at the end of it, so it's when the film finishes, and then we have I suppose an effect of a gunshot, cocked back and a gunshot, and then the Ascendance flashes up.
And the reason for it being called the Ascendance is because it's about a guy starting at the bottom, making his way up. And that's the way how it's all about.
Yeah. The reason we sort of made it come up like that is to make it, I suppose, a bit more dramatic.
Yeah, so it's
and
like
jumpy.
It almost hits the audience.
Yeah, hits him in the face. Title. So then we got sort of our title ideas from Snatch, Godfather, Rock and Roller, The Departed,
Snatch.
But yeah, those films Scarface. Those films all influenced us on to make our film that we just did. Yeah.
And the aspects of it, like Rock and Roller, the voiceover, and as well as The Departed. So the voiceover in gangster films is quite.
Yeah. The reason we used the voiceover was because, for instance, in The Departed, you have Jack Nicholson pretty much talking you throughout the opening scene of it, and we thought that was really effective and sort of set the film up well.
It's easier for the audience to
understand. Then the setting and location of our film had a big. London played a big part of it because it was a gangster film.
Yeah, we want the audience to think.
Yeah, we wanted to set the right sort of scene. So in London, because a lot of gangster films are set in cities.
Yeah. Although it wasn't all in London.
A lot of it was.
A lot of it was, but the scenes which we used weren't in London.
We still tried to make it look.
We still tried to make it
as
look
if
like
it was in a city.
The audience will think it's in a city, but some of it.
Also, to show like the power of the film in the city. We didn't really use any costumes. Obviously, one of our props was a gun
and money, mug.
Jar. Other than that, we didn't really use any costume or props. What else did we use costumes actually? We made sure,
that we looked
in the first shot that Rory was wearing his
mature clothes.
Yeah, to make him sort of look a bit upper class. Whereas, for instance, when he's on the street, he was dressed a bit rough and dirty to give that feel that he was kicked out and maybe not doing so well. The gun was just we sort of thought it should be there just so the audience got a hint of what was happening, and to show the violence and that it wasn't all clean.
Yeah.
And that there was crime
killing
in it.
Well.
And killings.
But most of it is to interpret yourself.
We left a lot of it. We left it a lot of it open
to the audience.
All the jobs for the audience to make their own decision on what he was doing.
Camera work and editing. For this, the editing was pretty good. The camera work was.
I think it all went pretty well.
All of it went pretty
Editing, sort of media and editing and filming and everything was really new to me and Rory.
Yeah.
We had never really done it before.
So this was our first time properly.
So we were quite apprehensive about how it was going to go, but it went well. We feel. The editing, we just used a flashback at the start. So our opening scene is showing a flashback of, and our film is showing how the gangster got to the top.
Yeah.
So our opening scene is just a short clip of it, and we use a flash effect to show that they're going in a flashback, and then use all the jobs. That was
So we just made it all out to tell a big story.
Yeah.
It basically shows it like step by step to get to the top.
Yeah. In a flashback. At one point we had a problem with the 180-degree rule, and we just so we got another shot and we put it in.
Yeah. It was like you'll see it in the video. It was
we had to get a shot, so we on purposely broke it.
Yeah.
And we made sure that we had it was all quite smooth, because our film is a montage. Opening scene is a montage, so it didn't need any continuation and stuff. We learned the importance of keeping the camera still and on a tripod and stuff, so it doesn't move for a shot. In a shot, the title font and style was very important in our film. And we spent quite a lot of time on that actually, because
we just wanted to make it look kind of gangster.
Yeah.
And have pretty italic.
So it's just set. So I so the font we actually used was quite bold, wasn't it? Especially the Ascendance font.
Yeah.
That was quite bold and
also
big.
Kind of dirty a bit.
Yeah.
So it shows it's got dirty bits in it.
Set mise en scène.
Yeah. It goes with the film.
Yeah.
It's got a dirty yellow colour. So a bit homeless.
So how we actually thought this through was that the first shot of our opening scene was of Rory, who's the gangster, standing there in front of the London Eye, looking classy.
Yeah, so that's actually the furthest point.
Yeah, where he is at the moment.
Yeah.
So that was just to get so the audience had a idea of where he got to,
where he's going to end up.
Where he's going to end up. And then it goes into the flashback of him not looking so great, so the audience realise that the opening, the film's going to be about the struggle of him, his struggles to get to the top of where he is in that opening shot.
The genre, it's gangster, and it suggests this by showing stuff like guns, how we got there. There's quite a lot of things that we show. So the jobs and the way
how he's dressed,
how he's
part
dressed
in the gangster,
and also the big dog shot. Shows
exactly
the guy at the top. Yeah.
So now we introduced our characters. Well, actually, we only introduced one of the characters, sort of the big dog, but not really.
Or two kind of.
We showed the main character, and the big dog,
and the guy who picked him up
on the street, because they play the vital roles. But we left the others out, so there was still a mystery to our film. So people wanted to still go watch it, and so we didn't give away much. So, for instance, we introduced Rory in the first shot in front of the London Eye, so people realised in London, looking good, so people realised that he was rich and doing quite well.
Yeah.
and the way we introduced the big dog, the guy at the top, was in his office, and we used a shot of sort of worm's eye shot looking up to him to make him look important.
Yeah, so he's looking down.
Yeah, we
didn't use any special effects.
No. Yeah, we didn't use any special effects.
Kept it realistic, really.
Yeah, so I suppose we put in the flash, but that's not really a special effect. Yeah, we didn't use any special effects. We didn't feel it was needed. Thank you.